is CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Naja Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a look at today's top stories. And we begin with breaking news. A death investigation on Miami Beach. Chopper 4 over the scene. This is along 79th Street. It is an ongoing investigation. We have CBS News Miami's Yvonne Taylor on this story, and he's going to have the very latest coming up for us tonight. And now to more breaking news. A jury found Jennifer Crumbly guilty on manslaughter charges. She's the mother of a shooter who killed 4 students at Oxford High School in Michigan back in 2021. The verdict followed 2 days of deliberations. Crumbly is the first parent in the U.S. to go on trial for a mass shooting carried out by their child. We're going to have new information on this story tonight at 5. A dangerous situation now out of Margate after a car takes a plunge into a pool. Chopper 4 over the scene. This is along Northwest 15th Street and 62nd Terrace. You can see the vehicle inside the pool. The driver was able to safely get out of the car. No injuries reported.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
And taking a live look outside at beautiful downtown Miami. A chilly day, but so glad the sun is out. Let's get right to Next Weather. Meteorologist Dave Warren with the breakdown. Hey, Dave.
Yes, for most of the day today, temperatures staying below 70, but we just touched it right now. It's fighting that northwest breeze, 15 gusting to 25. That has kept the temperatures down. But now with a little sunshine, warming things up just a bit. There's a wind advisory. The wind will continue to gust overnight tonight and again tomorrow morning, gusting over 30 miles an hour here. Wind sustained close to 20 miles an hour. Here's the latest numbers coming in. There's a 31-mile-an-hour gust there in Fort Lauderdale, gusting over 30 here in the Keys. So it just continues to come in from the northwest. It's held the temperatures down, still in the upper 60s in Homestead and Fort Lauderdale. There is a little bit of rain that we want to keep an eye on there, close to this big area of low pressure just off the coast. Moving to the south, but it's near the coast here. So the radar will keep an eye on that. And this here, that is not rain. These is from the burns there and some of the fields. Might get a little haze or smoke going across Broward County, moving quickly there with that northwest breeze. Next few hours, we'll watch the coast along Palm Beach County. Maybe a few showers will move right along the coast here overnight tonight and tomorrow morning. That's what you can wake up to. There's that chilly breeze, so another cool start tomorrow. Still a bit breezy in the afternoon, but it gets a little calmer here on Thursday. And by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday there, the weekend, high pressure and control will warm the temperatures up just a bit, keeping it mainly dry for now, but might get a little moisture starting to work its way into the area. Wind gusting over 20 miles an hour, but Wednesday on, it gets a little calmer here, so things will calm down just a bit. There's a gale warning off the coast, a small craft advisory there in the Keys. It's just rough there. High surf along the Gulf Coast. Rip current risk here along the East Coast. You might have some minor flooding with a high tide there with that wind coming in from the north and just trying to turn a bit to the northeast. Gale warning through Thursday or through tomorrow morning. The winds out of the north 15 to 20, gusting a little higher than that. Seas 6 to 9 feet there. It is rough in the near shore water. 25-knot wind there in the Florida Keys. A small craft advisory continues with 2 to 4 foot seas. Near shore water seeing a moderate chop. There's that rain chance in the morning with temperatures into the mid to low 50s right near the coast. We'll climb up into the 60s and then into the mid 70s there. So we do see things warming up a bit tomorrow, about 74 degrees. Dry for the next few days as we warm the temperatures up a few degrees each day. By the weekend, the Super Bowl, we have highs at 80 or even above by next week.
Dave, thank you. Tragedy strikes a family after their son ends up getting shot and crashed his car into a tree in Deerfield Beach. This afternoon, a desperate plea from his loved ones to find the killer. CBS News Miami's Joan Murray has the story.
I'm Joan Murray in Deerfield Beach at Heritage Circle, a condo, and this is where on January 12th, BSO detectives say a 19-year-old man, Brian Fonseca, drove here. He met with 2 guys. He ended up getting shot, crashing his car into a tree and one of the buildings. BSO needs help to find the killer. We spoke to the father of Brian Fonseca today about the impact his death has had on the family.
One of those guys get caught. That's why I'm giving that interview. One of those guys get caught because if you don't get caught, they're gonna do it again. Another father is gonna have the same pain I'm having right now because it hurts.
So if you can help BSO solve this case, give Broward Crime Stoppers a call, 954-493-TIPS. In Deerfield Beach, Joan Murray, CBS News, Miami.
A federal appeals court in Washington has ruled that former President Donald Trump does not have presidential immunity. This is in regards to the January 6th Capitol riot case. A spokesman for Trump has released a statement. It says the former president disagrees with the decision and will appeal it. Let's get right to CBS News Miami's Skyler Henry live in D.C. So, Skyler, what could the ruling mean for the criminal case against the former president?
Well, it depends on who you ask and which strategy you're paying attention to, Naja. Good to be with you. If you are a legal representative for the former president, any delay, any ruling, any possible pause in this process could be viewed as a win. And that is because the former president is looking to try to make this federal process be delayed or be paused until after the November election, where some legal scholars say that he would look to try to pardon himself. But this three-judge court says that they are moving forward. They've given the Trump team up until Monday, February 12th, to decide whether they are going to appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court in this decision. If not, they will move forward. And that also includes whether the former president and his legal team decide to appeal to the full Court of Appeals here in Washington, D.C. Now, remember, this is all about immunity, as the former president has argued that it is necessary to be able to go beyond certain instances in order to make certain calls, if you will, without the fear of legal implications after he leaves office. Now, this judges panel, they ultimately said in this ruling today, a 57-page ruling, that for the purpose of this criminal case, former President Trump has become citizen Trump, and with all of the defenses of any other criminal defendant. And while he may have been protected in terms of immunity while he was president, he certainly does not have that immunity now that he is a citizen in this particular prosecution. So we'll see ultimately what happens next. As you pointed out, the former president's legal team has already come out to say that they will be appealing this process. They say that they will try to do everything that they can to try to get some sort of delay in this process moving forward.
Yeah, delay certainly working in their favor, as former President Trump is currently the GOP frontrunner. Skyler, thank you for that report. Hunt is on for the person responsible for a deadly hit-and-run crash in Northwest Miami-Dade. Police say the victim was on a scooter. It happened at Northwest 22nd Avenue and Northwest 54th Street. Investigators say the driver of the scooter died at the scene. The driver of the vehicle took off. If you have any information on this crash, you are urged to call police. The parents of Courtney Clenney have posted bond just hours after being booked into a Miami-Dade County jail. CBS News Miami's Ted Scouten has the details.
The parents of an OnlyFans model turned themselves in at TGK. Kim and Deborah Clenney are the parents of Courtney Clenney. Courtney is accused of killing her boyfriend, Christian Amboselli, in April of 2022. Her parents are accused of unauthorized access to the victim's computer. They were arrested late last month in Austin, Texas. They were booked into the jail here in Miami-Dade this morning around 8:15. Then they appeared in bond court this afternoon. We'll have the latest coming up at 5. In West Miami-Dade, Ted Scouten, CBS News Miami.
To severe weather on the West Coast when we come back. Stay with us. Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Life-threatening weather in Southern California. Heavy rain triggered mudslides that are crashing through homes. Our emergency crews are also working around the clock to save people from flood waters. At least 3 people have died. CBS News Miami's Jonathan Vigliotti has the latest.
Literally, it just happened in 3 seconds. Rumbling, big bang, throwing debris and pieces of the ceiling off of my body, you know.
PJ Bearfield told us it felt like an earthquake when a mudslide crashed through his LA home without warning Monday morning, knocking out the back walls, destroying his bedroom while he slept in it, and covering everything in a thick sludge.
I wake up and my bed is in my kitchen and my living room. Just underneath mud, debris, trees, everything. I tell you, I don't know how I'm alive right now.
Look at this slide, oh my gosh.
Heavy rains throughout Southern California have triggered widespread mudslides and flash flooding. turning some roads into graveyards for cars and prompting water rescues, including a man who needed to be airlifted from the LA River after jumping in to save his dog, according to fire officials.
We need Angelenos to be cautious, to be careful, to be safe. And
LA Mayor Karen Bass toured parts of the city directly impacted by the extreme weather Monday, including Baldwin Hills, where she lived for years.
This is our fire chief. Hi.
And we were there when she met Dion Perrineau, whose home was another to be devastated by a mudslide.
I'm in a survival mode right now,
Perrineau said the mud first broke through a window early in the morning Monday, and the damage worsened as debris continued to seep in throughout the day.
My bedroom is completely flooded. It's still raining, and it's still going into my bedroom. So, it's like this is such a mind blow.
And there have been more than 300 landslides and mudslides in LA County over the past 2 days, and the threat continues along with the rain. Jonathan Vigliotti, CBS News, Los Angeles.
The NFL kicked off football's biggest night Monday night. Thousands of fans packed the stadium hoping for a glimpse of their favorite team. Journalists fired off burning questions to the big guys. Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce fielded more questions about his girlfriend. You may have heard of her, Taylor Swift. But now it's back to business for the teams. They won't see each other again until Super Bowl Sunday. And a reminder, Super Bowl 58 just 5 days away. You can watch the big game right here on CBS on Sunday. That's your CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Naja Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami and have a fantastic day.